Chem-Baron is the ultimate cash-out mechanic in Set 13, offering opportunities to pivot your game through careful planning and timing. Players can leverage the black market to gain an early advantage or play the long game by using the health bonus for added durability. Whether you're playing for an extended loss streak or cashing out early for quick resources, the Chem-Baron trait rewards calculated risk-taking and adaptability. In this video, we'll explore how to maximize Chem-Baron's potential and make it a winning strategy in TFT Set 13. Let's dive in. Singe gain durability based on your AP. Grant the ally who has dealt the most damage this round attack speed, which decays. His Sentinel trait gives him additional tankiness to go with his durability. Singe has a supportive role along with his tank role, giving an attack speed steroid to a friendly unit, making him have better scaling in the late game than most one-cost champions. Renata Glask fires a pair of missiles at a target. Allies pass through gain AP shield for 3 seconds. When they collide, they deal AP magic damage to the target and AP magic damage to adjacent enemies. She likely feeds into the Visionary trait in the early game, but later doesn't use it as much, as the Chem-Baron comp will likely look to play around higher cost units when it pushes levels after cashing out. Rennie heals AP over 1.5 seconds and raises a target into the air, stunning them and dealing 5 AD physical damage. Afterwards, slam them down, dealing 2 AD physical damage to adjacent enemies. The Bruiser traits make it easy for her to be one of the main tanks in the Chem-Baron trait. She also offers crowd control, which makes her valuable even in the late game. Smeech leaps toward the enemy with the fewest items within for hexes. He slashes 3 times, dealing AD physical damage. If they die, he leaps again, dealing less damage. This makes Smeech look to pick off lower value units, allowing carries to pick off higher value units. Silcio throws a canister at a target, dealing AP magic damage to them and releasing monstrosities. The monstrosities attack 5 times and deal AP magic damage per attack. Silco deals damage while also creating front line and being a 4 cost. This makes him one of the strongest carries in the Chem-Baron trait. Early game Renata Glask will likely carry AP carry items that will later be moved to Silco for him to carry. Sevica, staying true to Arcane, pulls the slot machine in order to get one of 3 abilities, Flamethrower, Extendo Punch, or Chump. She also has a small chance to hit a jackpot for a surprise. Being a melee fighter along with the Pit Fighter trait, this makes her a solid piece of the Chem-Baron trait. Gain Shimmer after each player combat. If your loss streak is at least 3, gain more. At each stack of 100 Shimmer, the black market offers you contraband that only Chem-Barons can use. Chem-Barons gain max health for each black market you pass on. 3, 15 or 30.20 health. 4, 20 or 40.50 health. 5, 20 or 60, 90 health. 6, 30 or 80.125 health. 7, 30 or 120.180 health. Here are the additional traits of the Chem-Baron Champions that give the opportunity to create trait webs. Singe 1 gold, Sentinel. Renata Glask 2 gold, Visionary. Rennie 3 gold, Bruiser. Smeech 3 gold, Ambusher. Silco for gold, Dominator. Sevica 5 gold, High Roller plus Pit Fighter. Augments such as Chem-Baron Crest and Chem-Baron Crown are always valuable picks, as they grant additional Chem-Baron units or emblems, enabling you to reach higher trait tiers more easily. However, there are several other noteworthy augments to explore that can significantly enhance your gameplay experience with Chem-Baron. The high-risk, high-reward nature of Chem-Barons makes augments that reward lost streaks or increase durability particularly beneficial. Augments that boost health, attack damage, or ability power synergize well with Chem-Baron Champions, as they thrive on sustained combat and the scaling bonuses from Shimmer stacks. Additionally, look out for augments that provide economic benefits, allowing you to accumulate gold during your loss streaks and pivot into a stronger board once you've cashed out from the black market. For example, augments that provide free shop refreshes or additional gold after losses can accelerate your progress toward powerful units and traits. Chem-Baron items are exclusive items designed specifically for Chem-Baron Champions in Teamfight Tactics Season 13. This video will introduce you to all Chem-Baron items, their effects, and which champions they suit best. Destabilized Chemtunk. Recommend users Rennie and Singed. Destabilized Chemtunk 2. Recommend users Rennie and Singed. Dimensional Heirloom. Executioner's Chainblade. Recommend users Smeech and Sevica. Executioner's Chainblade 2. Recommend users Smeech and Sevica. Flesh Ripper. Recommend users Smeech and Sevica. Flesh Ripper 2. Recommend users Smeech and Sevica. Lesser Shimmer Duplicator. This item disappears when used. Perfected Destabilized Chemtunk. Recommend users Rennie and Singed. Perfected Executioner's Chainblade. Recommend users Smeech and Sevica. Perfected Flesh Ripper. Recommend users Smeech and Sevica. Perfected Piltovan Hexermore. Recommend users Rennie and Singed. Perfected Shimmer Bloom. Recommend users Rennie and Renata Glask. Perfected Unleashed Toxins. Recommend users Silco and Renata Glask. Perfected Virulent Virus. Perfected Voltaic Saber. Recommend users Sevica and Smeech. Piltovan Hexermore. Recommend users Rennie and Singed. Piltovan Hexermore 2. Recommend users Rennie and Singed. Salvage Contraption. Recommend users Rennie and Singed. Salvaged Gauntlet. Recommend users Smeech and Sevica. Salvaged Revolver. Recommend users Silco and Renata Glask. Shimmer Bloom. Recommend users Rennie and Renata Glask. Shimmer Bloom 2. Recommend users Rennie and Renata Glask. Shimmer Duplicator. Consumable. This item disappears when used. Unleashed Toxins. Recommend users Silco and Renata Glask. Unleashed Toxins 2. Recommend users Silco and Renata Glask. Virulent Virus. Recommend users Silco and Renata Glask. Virulent Virus 2. Voltaic Saber. Recommend users Sevica and Smeech. Voltaic Saber 2. Let's take a look at some of the most popular Chem-Baron team compositions in TFT Season 13. Chem-Baron Silco, Sentinel Chem-Baron, Experiment Chem-Baron, Visionary Chem-Baron, Chem-Baron Bruiser, Chem-Baron Visionary. In the early game, use all the Chem-Baron Champions. You have to activate the highest possible tier. The team composition at this stage includes Singed, Renata, Renna, Smeech. Continuously monitor the team strength of other players to avoid unnecessary losing streaks. In the mid-game, do a light roll to find Silco. Additionally, strengthen your team by adding Nunu and Urgot to avoid heavy losses and significant health depletion. In the late game, look for Dr. Mundo and Sevica to complete your team composition. The main carry of this composition is Silco, so we will prioritize equipping him with items such as Spear of Shojin and Jeweled Gauntlet. Additionally, in the late game, you'll need to add items for Sevica to boost damage output. For tanking, Warmog's Armor and Gargoyle Stoneplate are ideal choices for Mundo or Rennie. Additionally, make use of items from the black market for your main carries, as they are very powerful. The Chem-Baron trait in TFT Set 13 offers a unique mix of risk and reward, appealing to players who thrive on strategic decision-making and adaptability. By leveraging shimmer stacks and timing your black market cash-outs, you can gain access to powerful contraband items or bolster your champion's durability. This dynamic system makes Chem-Baron a versatile trait that rewards both aggressive early-game strategies and patient late-game planning. With champions like Singed for utility, Rennie and Smeech for crowd control and damage, and heavy hitters like Silco and Sevica, the Chem-Baron lineup has the tools to dominate when utilized correctly. Whether you commit fully to the trait or splash Chem-Barons into a broader composition, The potential for scaling and resource generation makes it an exciting and rewarding choice. Fan King VVI Chem-baron Thuk Valvia Kanban Rero VVIC High. Di Trine Kayan Ho Chi Lin Ho the Ki Era Quite Hun Ko Tin Tone Via The Gim Rak Tion. Chape Nonben Striro Kao Ca GCC Gin Nava Bin Sen The Mchen Han Kim Sot MT Trong Nungchin Liunsi Ko Lien Trong TFT Set 13. Thank you for watching today's video. If you found the information helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next videos. See you in the next ones.